Hi everyone, Jillian Kaplan here from JillianKaplan.com. And today I'm going to talk to you how to be your own CEO and take ownership of your business and how I have done that. So a lot of people talk to me like, oh my God, I'd love to have my own business. That sounds so awesome. Work for myself. Working for yourself means actually working. Like you have to do the work and you have to be disciplined enough to do the work. Same thing as if I didn't show up to my 9 to 5 every day, I wouldn't get paid, right? So if you're your own CEO, if you don't show up every day, you're not going to get paid. So some things that I do in order to make sure that I am my own CEO and stay accountable is I set business hours for myself. Now, because I still have a 9 to 5, my schedule's a little bit crazy. So my business hours are usually before work, at lunch, and after work. And sometimes it's not a full hour. Sometimes it's a business 20 minutes. And I know what I'm going to be doing during that time. So I'm getting that work done and making sure it gets done during that 20 minutes or that 15 minutes or that power pocket like I have it, right? I'm not sitting around scrolling Facebook hoping that I'll get some sort of inspiration to rock my business. I've got a business activity tracker that I use every single day in order to track the activities that I have to do to move my business forward. Those activities come before the fun stuff. So as a CEO, I have to know what I have to do every single day in order to move my business forward. And then I have to delegate out maybe what I don't have time to do. So for example, I'm really bad at flyers. I am just horrible at, being creative. So I delegate out and pay for an assistant to make my flyers. I also am not a good writer, but I do a lot of videos. So I pay to have my videos transcribed so I can turn them into blog posts, right? Super easy stuff like that. That stuff that used to bog me down in my business and hold me back from really being a CEO and moving my business forward, because I would spend hours and hours with writer's block, feeling like my articles were terrible for my blog, and hours on flyers that look like my dog created them. They were so terrible. And then I realized those weren't activities that were moving my business forward. I needed to do them as my business grew, but I needed to just delegate them out. And that made me really take ownership for my business, understanding what I had to do to move my business forward and understanding what was just kind of fluff and I could delegate out and have paid to do for me. I also show up every single day, just like I show up to my 9 to 5 every single day. I don't take unplanned vacation. Yes, things happen, you get sick, I totally get that. But I don't take unplanned vacation, just like I don't take unplanned vacation for my 9 to 5. I do take planned vacation. Absolutely. I tell my audience when I'm going to be away, just like I tell my boss in my 9 to 5 when I'm going to be away, right? And I take that time and I disconnect and I don't work. And that is totally, totally fine. But you have to plan those vacations and you have to plan that time away. You can't just say oh, well, I'm just not going to work this week, and you didn't tell your audience that, and your customers are expecting answers from you, and your team is expecting answers for you, and everyone is expecting you to show up. So it's really, really, really important that you have a tracking device. You track yourself. You know what you need to do every single day. You plan your time, whether it's, working in 2 hours at a time or working in 15-minute spurts. You plan your time, you delegate what you need to delegate out and what doesn't move your business forward, right? And you plan your time off and you show up every single day. Those are how I've taken ownership for my business and been the CEO for my business. I feel like a lot of people think that they're doing what they need to do in order to move their business forward. But the truth is they're taking a lot of time off of their business unnecessarily. They're they're not showing up. And I always say that to my team, like, what would happen if you didn't show up to your 9 to 5? Well, I wouldn't get paid. Right, exactly. So if you don't show up to your own business where you're the CEO, you're not going to get paid either. That is the reality of that. So I wanted to share this today because we're running a really awesome training group, and one of the assignments was like, what are you doing to be your own CEO, and how will you be your own CEO? And I loved it, so I wanted to come on and share. So if you loved this, feel free to share it out and tag a friend who could kind of use like a pep talk on how to be their own CEO in their business. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.